Good morning.
Good morning.
Let me see your mouth. We still having kung fu
Oh, I'm
fighting?
I'm I'm still not thinking this morning. So people, I apologize if my sound is not following my video. It's just been like I don't know. It was fine and then it wasn't. So
So Julia will be the in one of those kung fu fighting movies today where
yep,
she says something and her mouth will say it after. It's all good.
yep, that's right. I was going like
So,
you go like this, and then again I'm yeah.
anyway, we love
Okay.
technology, but sometimes it doesn't cooperate. It is what it is. At
Just
least we
pretend I'm
have,
a bad translation.
yeah, that's true. Then don't you love to hate those movies where you're watching it and the mouth is just not in sync?
Yeah, yeah. It's
Ugh,
just oh well,
doesn't.
it is what it is. So, how are you today, Miley? How was your weekend? What did you do? You're always out and about.
Yeah, we always ask that question. I am going to start off with today's a bit of a rough day for me because my oldest son Christian passed 4 years ago today.
Can't
It's hard to
believe it's
believe
been
it's
4 years.
already four
I know.
years, and he was 33 years old, passed of a heart attack. So, it's really hard. Nobody understands unless you've gone through it because we're
Yeah,
not supposed to lose our children before us, right? But you kind of learn to accept it and live a different way around it and I talk to him every day. He's always in our world and stuff. So,
mhm.
but yeah, it's hard because you know what the hardest part is not having those little moments, that to live with him, like his birthdays and getting married and having kids, and it's all those missed moments.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah, so
yeah, for
that's
sure.
kind
So,
of.
if you see Miley around today, just like give her a great big hug, or send her a encouraging message, like you letting her know that she's in our thoughts and prayer on this really rough day.
Yeah, it's rough. His anniversary and birthdays are rough, but like I say, you learn to live with it. So anyway, that's kind
Yeah,
of
I
my
don't think
day.
you ever recover for something from something like that, but like you said, you learn to
Yeah,
live with
you
it.
adapt.
So
You learn to live with it. But so
yeah.
that's my day. But the weekend, I didn't do much because again, it's we're working on the Seeker right now to get the December issue out. But I did take part in the Taste of Glengarry on Saturday in
Hmm.
Alexandria. We had a booth.
Hmm.
Crazy thing is, I was so busy taking everybody else's picture and forgot to take a picture of our own booth for the DJ, the DJ, the Seeker, and invitations and more. It's like at the end of the night, we're tearing down. I'm going, I don't even have a picture of it. So
Yeah.
Sheldon
You know
took,
what they say, eh? They say the shoemaker is
yeah,
always poorly shoed or whatever.
and the
Never
mechanics
get shoed.
and the mechanic's car is always the one falling apart. Yes, I know.
Hmm.
But yeah, it was a really nice event though because it's just nice to be in contact with people in this area. And where I used to 3 years ago when we moved here, I could go to the grocery store, I could go anywhere in Alexandria, nobody knew me. Not
Yeah,
the same anymore. It's
that's
kind
not
of
yeah, that's not the issue. The
yeah,
case anymore. You're like
no,
probably go out and like it takes hours for you to come back home because you're just getting
yeah,
stopped everywhere.
yeah. But
Yeah.
the really nice part is, Julia, everybody knows the Seeker out here now, and
Hmm.
they just love it. So it was nice to hand the recent copy out, and people were happy to get it. And
Nice.
that it's nice, and that's why we do what we do. Because for the
Yeah, for sure.
appreciation that comes back. So, but
Well,
that was my weekend. What was yours?
I had a busy weekend. On Friday, I was at the Sunrise Rotary Trivia Night. Um,
Oh,
yeah, and that was so much fun. Oh my God, the questions are so tough. Like I
mm,
thought we were like I'm like we're so dumb. Like there's no way we're gonna win this. And actually, we came in seventh out of 22, so that we didn't do too bad.
that's
Yeah,
not bad.
yeah, that was a lot of fun, and it's a big fundraiser for them. So that was that. And then on Saturday night, I attended the launch of the Stormont Optimist charter party. It was like their charter party. Full disclosure, I'm a member. Um,
Mhm.
and so it was our charter party, and it was a lot of fun. It was a back to the 80s kind of theme, so neon of optimism shining bright, and it was fun. It was a lot of fun, and they're great people, and we have quite a few of them today because we're going to be talking about two or three actually programs that they are doing this season.
Mhm.
One of them is Jody Archambault, who's spearheading the Operation Sleigh Ride Homes. And then we have Paul St. Onge and Mrs. Claus, who are doing the Whistle Safe program. So, hi, Paul. I don't know where Mrs. Claus is right now, but
Oh, like where is Mrs. Claus? She's busy in the North
I
Pole.
know maybe because like he has a okay. So Mrs. Claus. Anyways, I'm gonna
Hmm.
wait for her to come and turn a video on, and then I'll bring her back on.
Yep.
Good morning, guys.
Good
Morning.
morning.
Good morning.
So good morning. So you recovered from the big party on Saturday. That
I,
was fun.
I decided not to keep the mullet today. Yeah, you look so good with it, though. I like your hair
Yeah,
too, Jody. It was pretty impressive.
I had like crimped my hair like in the 80s. It was like super big. I'm like, oh my God, why did we do that to ourselves? Like crazy. Yeah, I don't know why that was a fashion. It just looks so horrible. So anyways, sleigh ride homes. We're gonna start by the sleigh ride homes.
Mhm.
Um, so Jody, you
Yes.
started this initiative. So for listeners who haven't heard about this yet, what is it exactly? What does it do? What's that?
Okay. So, first of all, good morning, everybody. And Operation Sleigh Ride Home from Stormont Community Optimist Club. It's basically an offshoot of Operation Red Nose, which ran through the Kinsman Club, 10 years ago now, maybe. So, what it entails is we're there for the Christmas holidays, like for the Christmas parties, the get-togethers at people's homes. Nobody wants to be faced with drinking and driving, obviously.
Mhm.
So by us being out on the road and doing it as a donation, so it's a donation-based ride. We'll come pick you up and we'll take you in your car home, and basically that's it. So 3 people show up. So we have our driver, we have the passenger, and excuse me, and our note taker, if you will. And those 2 people are going to go jump in your car with you and your party and take you home. At the end of the ride, it's a donation based. So there is no set cost to it. It's whatever you feel you would like to donate to the program. The donations do help cover some of the costs because there is costs involved. But we had some great community partners this year. So McEwen Petroleum, donated some nice gas cards to us to help our volunteers. Subway is also donated some food along with Philo's and a couple of other restaurants that are, really getting behind the initiative and making sure that people can, have fun and still get home safe with their vehicle and nobody gets hurt. That's basically it.
Great.
Yeah,
That's
I
great.
like the fact I like the fact that your vehicle gets taken home as well.
Absolutely. So
You don't have to go looking for a way to pick it up the next day. That's awesome.
no, exactly, and that's the whole point, right? Like you must have a vehicle for us to take you home because we're not a taxi service. We're providing this to get you and your vehicle home safely. Like you stated, you'd have to go back the following day to pick your
Hmm.
vehicle up, and with the way things are today, you really don't want to leave it anywhere unattended besides your driveway.
No,
So
no.
so that in itself is, all part of the program, if you will.
I think it's important because like we also don't have like in this city we don't have like Ubers or Lyft, so that limits the options to go back home like by a cab only basically. And at least now you're taking people who could be drinking and driving, you're taking them off the streets and getting them home safe. So that's important.
Absolutely.
So let me ask you, what was the spark for you? Like, how did you come about and say, we need this, we got to do
Well,
this?
well, we're all about safety. We're all about community. And the lady that just joined us, which is Mrs. Claus. So Mrs. Claus and Santa Claus, I have a direct line to those two people. And
Must
they
be nice.
basically, yeah, well, I always have a list every year. So they basically asked me that, we need to do something to keep everybody safe around the holidays. And that's what the Optimus Club is about. We're about community. We're about being there for everybody. It's my phrase of, we're all under the same umbrella and we need to make space for everybody. And you have to include everybody, and we have to do everything we can as a club, as a community, to make sure everybody, one, has a good time, and two, has a way to get home. So really it was no more than just who we are, and that's where the inspiration came from. And hopefully it's received well by the community, and we'll continue this on for years to come. Operation Red Nose, it was actually it came out of Quebec, and with just the insurance and stuff, that's why it didn't succeed, or it didn't continue, because the insurance costs are quite substantial. So, but here in Ontario, we're just a little bit different the way the insurance is run. So, and as you know, one of our members, which is Ray Eady from Ready Insurance Brokers, he basically guided us in what we needed to do and how we needed to do it. So we're good to go. We're going to hit the ground running. And so, we're basically here starting. We had our initial night Friday where we did have a couple of calls for bookings for this weekend coming, but starting this weekend coming, Friday, Saturday night, right straight through to New Year's, with the exception of obviously Christmas Eve and stuff, will be available at the number. And you can also scan the QR code that Julia set up for us and fill out the form, and somebody will be on their way to get you.
Okay, so
And
I do have a quick question. Do you have to you don't have to just pre-book these rides. You can call on the night of, can you?
that's correct. You don't have to it's always best to pre-book, because then your time slots are, you have to remember, like we're servicing Cornwall, we're going as far as Long Sault-ish area, and then we're going out as far as the St. Andrews area and the Glen Walter area. So whenever you start encompassing these rides, you're looking at least 20 minutes there and 20 minutes back, so it's 40 minutes. If we have 4 teams or 5 teams, so you just might have to wait a little bit to get your ride. But if you pre-book your ride, then your time is booked, and we'll be there at that time to pick up, you and your party. So always best to pre-book. And again, you can do that by scanning the QR code. The flyers are all over the city at different locations. Elf Dave dropped all them off, and we have they're all online too, or you can fill out, scan the QR, fill out the form, and an email comes directly to us, and we'll get you on the list, and away we go.
And the phone number, you have it on your poster there. I'm just going to move you down so I can see it. It's 613-209-3835. I repeat, 613-209-3835. You can call directly to get a ride. So do you need anything from the community? Like, can people volunteer for this, or?
Absolutely. People can volunteer for it. you know, we're always looking for help. The more hands, the better it is. So, you know, we need drivers, we need passengers. So the drivers are the ones that are going to take their car to go and deliver the driver, and the passenger, you know, to take home the customer's car. So we need those dispatchers, all of those things we always need. And if somebody would like to volunteer, they can reach out to Lori, who is the volunteer coordinator for this. So her email is lori.renier@stormonoptimist.org. And they can reach out to her if they would like to come and help out. And you know, the more hands we have, the easier it is on everybody.
Yep. So, okay, just to entice people, just run me through a night at the sleigh ride.
So
do you sit all in the room and wait for calls?
Yeah. So the night is basically, we'll use Friday night that just passed, which was our first night. And so what happens is everybody shows up at, let's say, 8 o'clock, because we start at 9. There's usually munchies from the various restaurants and whatever we're also bringing. So there's munchies, and there's tons of conversation, tons of laughter. Ideas are floating around the room, you know, for different things, different events, you know, just different stuff that the public, especially if you're coming from the outside of a club, it's your opportunity where you can bring maybe potential ideas that you have or you would like to see. And who knows, maybe you even decide, hey, this is for me, and I become a member. So there's always lots of laughter, lots of coffee.
No
there's
booze,
some
though,
snacks.
right?
No booze.
That would be counterproductive.
Exactly. So, but yeah, lots of coffee and you know, the snacks and whatever, and it's a real nice evening to get together with like-minded people. Great conversation, and again, ideas are floating around, and I can't even tell you how many ideas we talked about on Friday. Like Mrs. Claus was there; she popped in, and you know, the conversation becomes a little overwhelming after a while because there is so many ideas. Like there's only so many pages in a pad, and there's only so much ink in a pen. But it gives everybody the opportunity to be in that type of a situation where you can, you know, just freely talk about those ideas and get them on paper. So it's actually it's quite a good night.
Great. I'm just gonna do one little clarification. So if you want to volunteer as a passenger, like a buddy, then you don't have any requirements really. But if you do want to volunteer as a driver, you need a driver's abstract, right?
That's correct.
Okay.
That's correct.
So just so people know. All right. Well, thank you, Jody. I certainly hope that this is going to become a yearly thing. That would be awesome. You can stay with us if you want. We're going to be talking to Paul and Mrs. Claus about their initiative that just started.
I'm going to stay and watch, but I have to go. I have a call that I got to get back to.
Okay.
But I'm going to have you guys on in the background, and thank you very much for your time, and have a good day, everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jody.
Right. Okay, so we're going to talk about the Whistle Safe initiative that just launched during the Santa Claus parade. Mrs. Claus was front of the line during the parade and handing out the packets to parents and children. But I want to play this little video first just to show people a little bit of what it is.
Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle bells. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle bells. I saw Santa and Mrs. Claus today with whistles to help keep fear away. They said this gift is special for you, to call for help when you don't know what to do. I should have blown my whistle if I feel afraid. Yes, let it blow, don't be afraid. I should have blown my whistle if I'm lost or stuck. Yes, 3 quick toots can bring you luck. I should have blown my whistle when I need some aid. Yes, that's the promise Santa made. At the mall shout. Just blow your whistle and help comes. 1, 2, 3, that's the sound. Safe and strong when help's around. It's not a toy, it's your safety call. Use it wisely, that's the rule for all. Don't blow it for fun or play. Keep your whistle for the proper day. Lost, scared, hurt, that's your cue. Santa and Mrs. Claus believe in you.
Here we go.
Awesome.
So this is like the little tune that's so catchy. I had it in my head like forever after listening to it the first time. It's just like, should I look my way? But so welcome. I don't know if you have your packet with you. I have mine. Paul has his. I see his whistle around his neck. But okay. Tell us a little bit about what it is and how did it come about?
That's funny because how it came about was a simple conversation I had at the bus stop. While I was waiting for my grandchildren to get picked up. We talked about possible abductions in the area and a situation that arose for my granddaughter, with my granddaughter. And one of the ladies turned around and said, they need to carry a great big whistle. And we were just becoming a new club, I said to the lady, I said, let's just give me a few minutes with that. Let me see what I can do with this. And she said, okay. And I said, just that day I went and chatted with the people in our club. There was maybe 6 to 10 of us in the conversation. And I told them about the conversation and the situation with my granddaughter. And it kind of went, holy smokes. And it was brought up, like to carry this whistle, for safety reasons. And I kind of went, wow, like this is really a good idea. And before the day was done, we had our little song picked out. We had our whistles. We had some pretty good contacts that were ready to jump on board and help us promote this. Paul is absolutely amazing. He jumped in there jumped in. And next thing you know, it's like, here we go. The club was totally amazing. And this is what we're all about. The children, making sure they're safe. And, because these things do happen. Happen. My granddaughter, thankfully, she was street smart, knew exactly what to do. And somebody tried to approach her and tried to get her to go into his car. In his car was another person. She's 16 years old. She was walking from work to get her lunch. And this happened. So she didn't go very far. So he had been watching her. She talked to the employees that were in the restaurant. She called her mother. She called her supervisor. They all reacted appropriately. And we just kind of sit back and say, thank you very much. But what if it was another child? What if it was somebody that didn't have means, didn't have the knowledge of what to do? And with the whistle program, it's going to allow that. You don't need to have a phone. You don't need to, should something happen, you're afraid, you're out, you're lost, which is another, you blow your whistle 3 times, pause, blow it again, continue that way. Somebody's going to hear you. Somebody will get to you and help. Because we're going to train ourselves that once we hear this whistle, this is what we're going to do. The whistle's very loud. Hopefully all the children will be trained properly that it's not a toy.
So there's a big training component to all this, which is why you were handing out these packets at the Santa Parade. And
Yes.
that packet includes all the instructions for parents as well as for children.
That's right.
There's
And the
a
website.
coloring sheet. Yeah, there's a little coloring sheet. There's like a whole bunch of instructions. And then you also have, let's see if I can find it. You have a pledge.
Yes.
So tell me about the pledge.
The pledge is once you've read everything on the instructions, it's basically a promise that you're not going to use the whistle as a toy.
Mhm.
You're going to leave it out and Santa's going to pick it up. And I believe there's a little more, I think Paul can give you a little more detail on that. But yes. And then there's also the website where you can, should one whistle not be enough for your family, that you can reach out to the website. I'm going to let Paul give that to you because I'm kind of going, I've lost that.
Whistlesafe.ca.
So yeah,
Whistlesafe.ca.
and you can reach out and get some more whistles. We're hoping every child will eventually will have a whistle.
What did you mean by you leave it out and Santa will pick it up?
The promise note, you sign it. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
okay.
You sign the promissory note. Santa will pick
Okay.
that up.
Okay.
And I believe he leaves you a little certificate. Am I right, Paul?
Yep, a little certificate will be left behind, and
Yep.
that's official certificate of Whistlesafe honor certificate saying that we, appreciate that your family is now adopting the Whistlesafe program, and we're asking the children to sign the pledge with the support of the parents, and as well to color the drawing that's there. And it is blank. There's 4 little dots there that just to be able to write in what the pledge is, which indicates that they will use it in the event that they feel that they need help. It's a voice for them. That they're lost or scared, they're hurt. In those contexts, that they're able to blow their whistle. So again, just bringing attention. And we're living at a time where we see something, and sometimes do we act, do we not act? Is that really a parent that's doing something, and so on? But if we have a child that's blowing a whistle, that's just the confirmation that that's a child that's in distress, and that we can come and approach, and that justifies maybe an intervention on our behalf as a citizen, as somebody that's wanting to act and help. That's the call it. It's not a toy, as Donna mentioned. It's really something that is to be used for the safety of the children. And there's always an exception. And the exception is if you're going to referee a game that requires a whistle, it'd be a little ridiculous to be running around trying to find a whistle when you have one around your neck. So here that they're able to be that referee. So a little bit of volunteer work maybe during a basketball game or a volleyball game or something along those lines, that their whistle's there to be able to do that. So
I want to show the beautiful whistle. So it's green, and the video was red, but it is green. And it's got the Optimus logo on the side. It's loud. It is loud.
I was going to say, did you want to blow it for us, or?
Oh, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to wake up the whole neighborhood.
Okay, that's what I was wondering.
It's a Fox 40 whistle. So Fox 40 is built in Hamilton, Ontario. It's a Canadian whistle. They are world renowned. They can be heard over a mile away or 1.6 kilometers away if you want to be Canadian here. It's made to be blown and made to be heard. And that was one of the big things. There's cheaper whistles out there, and we could have cut our costs in many ways. And that was not what we wanted to do. We were putting it in the hands of children. It has a breakaway lanyard. So again, it's made to break away in the event somebody pulls on it or whatever. And that for the safety of the children, it can be adjusted for various lengths and that as well. But the big thing for us was to put something out there. And again, we're rolling it out as Mrs. Claus going to Santa Claus and asking Santa, it's nice to have toys, but we need something for the safety of children. And that was, that was our tag, if you'd like, our way of bringing it to the community. And again, Donna and Mr. and Mrs. Claus in our community have been around for 15 years doing an amazing job regarding the parade. And we figured it was the best way to roll it out and really get the community out there. So we did hand out 500 packages, so 500 envelopes into the community over the parade. We will be handing out more over other parades that are in the community. We're looking forward to Ingleside this Saturday as well. We'll probably be putting out anywhere from 250 to 300. And I also want to mention that Cornwall Police Service has adopted this program as well. So they've given us the support, and they will be going into the schools in our community and bringing attention with regards to the Whistle Safe program.
That was one of my questions, because obviously we're doing it now because it's Christmas, but this is going to be an all the time kind of thing. So you're going to go into schools like and educate because you got to educate the community as well, that if they hear the whistle, they have to react and go check what's going on, right?
We needed to keep in the consciousness of the people around what this is. And so obviously on Family Day will be another opportunity, on Valentine's Day, on St. Paddy's Day, on Canada Day, on Halloween, just go down to Easter, go down the list. And that's where, we're hoping that families will want to have a collection of whistles, various colors. So we didn't use red for Christmas this year. We used green, a nice bright green, which was approved by Mrs. Claus and Santa Claus as this year's inaugural color. And with Valentine's coming, I believe more than likely, or Canada, we're going to have to figure out what red we're going to use for which one. Maybe pink for Valentine's Day and red for Canada Day. But at the end of the day, it's a matter of being supported as an initiation. And the really proud thing is that it's coming from our community. And there's no doubt that this is being rolled out here. And it was brought out at the CNON conference, the Optimist Club gathering that we had in Northern Ontario. And every club that heard about it was like, oh my God, I want to adopt this. This is wild. This is great. This is great. And we were very fortunate. I'm the coordinator of the national training of the SARVAC Humanitarian Workforce, so Search and Rescue Volunteer Association of Canada. And we were able to tap in. They order 50,000, 60,000 whistles a year. So we were able to tap in with them to Big Tree Promotions that gave us the same pricing as if we would have ordered 50,000 whistles. So, so it allows us to be a little cost savings there. And we were very happy to be able to roll this out in that context. But, again, it's coming from our community. It's regional right now. It will be provincial, and I can see it as being a national program, and similar to the Hug a Tree program that exists in the safe programs that are out there regarding SARVAC and many North America programs that exist. I could definitely see the Whistle Safe program of developing the same way, and that's why we have the website. That's why we've created those songs. There's a whole grouping of songs. And I know I keep playing those songs in my head as well. I'm going, okay, these are catchy tunes. Catchy tunes.
Yeah, they're absolutely catchy. So how can the community help?
Well, one of the big things regarding the community would be to have businesses that would step forward and wanted to donate to support, offset the costs. There's nothing that's free regarding, we still have to pay for the whistles. We still have to pay for the printing of the certificates and of the paperwork that goes in there and so on and so forth. We are fortunate that we do have the Cornwall Police Association have said they were going to cover some of the costs with regards to this. I do fortunately own a couple companies, so we're also doing, our part within the community to help offset some of these costs initially as we roll this out. We're a new club. We don't have funds sitting in the bank. So that's really important. So the Stormont Community Optimist Club only opened up officially as of the 1st of October. So we haven't done very many fundraisers to be able to offset some of the costs that are incurred, but we didn't want to delay it any further. We think it's something that needs to happen now. And put out maybe 50 whistles, that's one thing, but put out hundreds and thousands of whistles, I think gives us a splash rather than just a twinkle. So we're hoping that, community will embrace this, that we will see companies, businesses, organizations that'll say, let's make this happen. I look at the program of Elf on a Shelf, where, the elf, I think, is $30 or $40, and then everything that has to go with that, and we're saying, well, this costs anywhere from $5 to $6 to put out in an envelope. So, we're not asking for any additional funds to offset that. We're just asking that every dollar that goes towards a donation to this will be put to be able to put more whistles out, more into the community. And with the thousands of students we have in the school system here, it's a big chunk of funds, but I think it's one of safety and one of a message of we can do this together if we pull our resources together and do something for the community itself. So
Absolutely.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for coming to talk to us about this. You know, I'm going to be supporting this. Like, if there's anything we can do, you just let us know. We're on board. And
Thank you.
if I don't see you before Christmas, have a Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
And
You as well.
yeah, Mrs. Claus, I hope you
Very good.
have you say hi to Santa for me and telling him I've been a good girl.
Will do.
And get him ready for that long ride on Christmas Eve.
Oh, he's resting up for it now. He's got his elves working really hard.
Yeah.
And a big
All
hug
right,
to you,
guys.
Melis. A big virtual hug to you, Melis, today. And then thank you for being here.
Yes,
and for what you're
absolutely,
doing.
Millie.
We're our mind, our heart, everything is with you, because we know, again, you're an important part of our community, and again, we want to be there whenever you need us, as much as you've always been there when we need you. So thank you for that.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, guys. Have a great day.
Thank
Take
you.
care. Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay. Whoops. I took the wrong one out.
Hi. you
I
got
took
it.
the wrong one out. I was going to
Mrs.
finish the show with Mrs. Claus there.
Yeah, well, great initiatives. And like I say, even the sleigh ride home, the fact that you pick the car up as well and you don't have to go back.
Yeah.
My thing too is because there's a passenger who drives with the driver and the
Yeah.
person that needs to ride. Because sometimes when you've had a little bit too much to drink,
You can be belligerent
I
and,
need help.
it's
And
good that they have somebody there to
yeah,
document everything that happens in case, like,
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
and look
it's not
after the person.
it's not my word against yours. It's like it's for the safety of everyone. So that's better.
But not only that, Julia, the fact that I know with some young people, because of course I've had kids who have parties and stuff, someone will get really drunk and the kid's idea is, oh, just throw them in a cab, the cab will drop them off. Well, if they're
Mm,
really drunk and they may need a little bit of help too, you can't just drop somebody
right,
off and hope that
right,
they'll get in the house. So I mean, it's kind of
right.
a safety thing that way too. That's what I was thinking when they were
Yeah, yeah.
talking about the passenger, because you never know. No, that's
Yep.
awesome. And the whistle is good too. Just need to get the community aware of what it is, because
Yeah,
a lot of
no, there's,
people,
like I was saying, there's a big portion of education that
yeah,
needs to be done so people
yeah,
know that if they hear a whistle, they have to go and check what's going on.
yeah.
But
Be-
anyways, without further ado, we're going to move on to the next
Our next
guest.
guest, because we have Melody Limoges and Lemoligeau. I'm apologize
She
for
will tell
saying it
us
wrong.
how
She's
is
the
that.
Melody. It's awful. I've been practicing Melody and I just can't say it. But Melody,
Okay.
okay, Melody's the chair of the Cornwall Children's Christmas Fund. And right now, with rising costs, the fund's work is more important than ever. And we're happy to have you here so we can share how we can help you, what you need from the community. So welcome, Melody.
Thank you for having me. I'm happy to be here.
Thank you so much. Let me ask you
So
first.
how do you pronounce your name?
Yeah.
Le Moiligu.
Le
Le Moiligu. Okay.
Maligu. Le Maligu. Okay, perfect. It's awful. I'm always so worried that I pronounce names wrong, so I screwed up on that one. But first of all, what exactly is the Cornwall Children's Christmas Fund? What do you do?
So the Children's Christmas Fund, it was an initiative that was set up in 1948 by the Kiwanis Club, and it was to ensure that families with children, especially with children who are less fortunate, are able to celebrate in the joy and magic of Christmas. And the idea was to make sure that they had, the meal for the day and toys for the children, um, so that like you and I,
Mhm.
they're sharing in that same magic of that day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Which is
because
so important.
it
Yeah.
is. And right now, it's so hard with the cost of everything going up, and it just saddens me. Like we're putting up our Christmas decorations, and I'm thinking of all these people that may not be able to do that. So that's why it was important to get you on. So this year, how many local families are you looking at helping?
So we're looking at 1,600 families this year. We capped it only because fundraising.
Mhm.
So we've capped it at 1,600 families. I mean, if we had a lot of money that came in, we might be able to open it up to more families. But right now we're capped at 1,600.
Do you think there would be a need for more?
I wouldn't be surprised if we could probably do 2,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what
Yeah,
kind
the need.
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead, Marie.
No,
No, you go. You go.
I was going to say, what kind of money are you looking at for those 1,600 baskets? And
So right now, for the 1,600 baskets, the grocery bill is $119,000. So we're hoping for some cash donations. We do have, we are working with the Salvation Army and Agape Center, and they are chipping in some of the costs. And we do know that the Rotary fundraises and gets hams for us. But we can't always be sure that they're going to be able to fundraise and get the number of hams that we need. So in total, if we didn't have anything else, we would need $119,000.
and what do you have so far?
So far, we're at 60,000.
Wow. So there's another quite a lot of
So,
thousands of
so this
dollars.
is a call out to the community.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Please help. I know because I've volunteered for the toy drive part of it many times, and I've seen so many families come in. At the time, it was at the armories where they come in, they take the toys, they take the food basket, and it is so like welcome. Like the people are so thankful for getting this, because it means that, like you said, they will have a Christmas this year, whereas they probably wouldn't. And when it's children that we're talking about, they don't understand. Like, they don't understand why Santa didn't go to their house.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so to preserve the innocence of children and to the magic of Christmas, I think it's the work you do is so very important.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit of what it looks like behind the scene? Like, how do you organize all this? When do you start?
Yeah.
Well, we start right after in January, we sit down and we do a debrief of, what happened for the year. And so we start to develop either new ideas or how we can change things up a bit. One of the ideas that we did last year was, instead of having everybody going into one section, we had the single families come to the front of the complex, and then the larger families went around the back. So it alleviated some of the traffic, which allowed things to flow through faster. I don't know if you recall, but there was a big backlog on Brookdale Avenue one year. And so, we were to try and alleviate that somehow. But so we start in January and we work through the year. We usually take the summer off. Everybody needs a break, but then we're right back at it in September. And that's when we start, we do the real push on the fundraising and start talking about the groceries and the number of families that we're looking at. So it's basically a year-round thing, but the big push is between September and December.
Mm-hmm.
And-
Who are your biggest community partners?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry?
Who are your biggest community partners?
So right now, we work hand in hand with the Salvation Army and Agape. And we're also an umbrella of the Service Club Council. So that's all of the service clubs within Cornwall and area. We're big partners with the Optimist Club of Cornwall. They do all of the toy drive. So, they organize all the toys, and they get that information from the Salvation Army. So when the Salvation Army is doing all of the registrations, they get the information on the children, their ages, and that's passed on to the Optimist Club, and they're able to supply all of the toys.
Okay. So you mentioned the Salvation Army. So is that, if somebody needs the help, where do they go to register? And is there still time to register?
Yeah, so actually registration opens up this Thursday, the 27th, and it runs until December 4th. And registration is at the Salvation Army, which is at 500 York Street, between the hours of 9:30 and 4. You can go in and register. And so December 4th, then we will have our final numbers on the different sizes of families that we'll be servicing this year.
Okay. And typically, what is in a basket? Like, what kind of things do you put in the basket?
So we're ideally trying to ensure that they have a full day. So, there's the breakfast, there's cereal and eggs and milk, bread. And then for the evening, we have, for small families, we have a ham. For the larger families, it's a ham and a turkey. There's potatoes, carrots, onions, apples, oranges, cookies, Jello, chocolate.
Stuffing?
So we're trying to get stuffing this year. It's one of those things where you want to provide the basics, and stuffing is a nice to have.
Yeah. But
So
you
it's
got bread, so
Well, yeah, and you could use the bread. I know that we got spices this year donated. So, if somebody wanted to use some of the bread to make stuffing. But again, you're looking at the number of families and how much money you have and what can we afford to keep on the list.
yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, I just constantly go back to these poor, people in the tents too, because there's maybe some families in the tent. So, how does that work? How do we help them? But I don't know. I just see this so much when I come to Cornwall. So I live outside around Martintown, so I often go to Alexandria, and I don't see so many homeless people in Alexandria. In fact, I don't see any, but when I come to Cornwall, there's so many. Like, it worries me that they are not going to have anything for Christmas. I don't know.
Well, I
Yeah.
think there's probably like dinners, community dinners that are going to be thrown by some of the
Yeah.
organizations, like the Gathering or something, where they can go and have
Yeah.
a Christmas meal. But obviously, you can't really get a basket, because if
Well,
you're in the
yeah,
tent, you can't really.
Where are you going to cook it? Yeah, exactly.
Right,
exactly.
right. So, but it is a sad situation, but at the same time, So how can people help, Melody? Like, what is really, really needed right now? Like, first off, for the food, of course, and then the toys. Like, what kind of toys can they donate? Do they have to donate new, or is used okay? Like, how does it work?
So I think that for the toys themselves, I think new is preferred. Gently used, possibly. And that's all through the Optimist Club of Cornwall and Sparky's Toy Drive. So if you contacted the Optimist, they would be able to help you with the toys. In terms of the food, we're always accepting donations. You can send a check to the Scotia Bank. They're handling all of our funds for us. And if you don't want to do a check and you want to do e-transfer, you can e-transfer at christmasfund1948 at gmail.ca. I have to make sure. And if you just want to volunteer, then you can go on to the children'schristmasfund.ca website, and there's a link there for volunteering. And you just go in there and you say what you want to do or what you'd like to partake in, and someone will get back to you with a time.
Awesome. And I think regarding the toys that you're donating have to be unwrapped, right? You can
Yes.
wrap anything.
Yes.
Everything's
Yeah,
unwrapped.
preferably unwrapped, because as they get the list, they're going to see what kids want, so they need to know what's in the packages.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Okay, that's awesome. Well, thank you so
Wow.
much for what you do. Do you have any more questions, Miley?
I think that's about it. Do you have anything else you want to tell us, Melody?
I just want to say, thank you for having us. It's really important to get the word out. And if you
Yeah.
haven't had an opportunity to volunteer for this, it's really quite humbling. The smiles and the thank yous that you get, and you just realize how lucky you are to not have to worry about
Yeah.
what you're going to do on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that was
Awesome.
my, like say that was my comment too, because we're fortunate, you know, this is just normal for us. We have all this stuff and there's people that don't, so it's
Yeah.
hard.
Thank you, Melody, for being with us today. We hope that you have a great day, successful season. Like I hope
Yes.
the donations come in after the show today.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a need for about $50,000, guys.
Yeah. Yeah. So go and donate, people. Thank you, Melody.
Thank
Oh,
you
and
so
what
much.
day, my other question is, what day does it all take place?
Oh, where is
The
it
giveaway,
distributed? Yeah,
So,
where is it distributed and when?
and
so
when?
we're running out of the complex. So on the 16th, all of the food and toys and everything will arrive, and that gets organized on the ice floor. And then on the 17th, we have volunteers who will come in and start packing the boxes for the different size families.
Mhm.
And on the 18th, that's when people start to arrive to pick up their food basket and toys. And then on the 19th, we will do some deliveries, but they're by exception only, and there's criteria that need to be met.
Okay.
But we try to ensure that everybody's able to get out and get it delivered to their home.
Awesome. Thank
Okay.
you so much.
Thank you
Okay,
very much.
thank you. Have a great day, Melody.
You as well.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye for now. Yeah, I was
Okay.
wondering whether we're going to do that this year because the complex.
Yeah, I think
as far as
that was an important question that we forgot to ask. Like,
yeah,
whoa,
where and when,
where and
but
when?
I didn't think you could get into the complex at this point still
I
because
didn't think either, but I guess like maybe in the back. I don't
you
know.
must, yeah, you can get in through the back, so that must be it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my big question, where and when.
Yeah, no kidding. Like,
That's
but
that's a lot of money they have to still come up with. So guys, if you can help in any way, that would be wonderful.
it's an important one. It really
It
makes a difference. Like, if there is one fundraiser that you can partake in and that would make an instant
different, different.
difference in somebody's life, I would say this is the one because
Yeah.
yeah, I mean 1,500, and like she said, there would be room for 2,000. Unfortunately, there's not enough funds for 2,000, but you know that's just how much food insecurity has grown in our community,
Yeah.
and like it's tough, man. Like the economy is not great, and you know a lot of people are struggling. So
Yep.
but like you said, it just makes you realize how lucky you are, you know,
Yep. Yeah,
to
it really does. Like we're very
yeah.
fortunate, you know, because again, when I come into Cornwall, I mean, often, and the other thing too is, I mean, you'll see people around Walmart, you know, not, and they don't ask for money. You see them more sheltering because, you know, it's warmer and drier in that area. But it just saddens me because this year, out of all the years, I've never seen it so bad.
Oh no, I get what you're saying. Like I saw some people in the Walmart. It was so sad, man. It was at the Walmart parking lot this weekend, and there was a man there with his kid. And they were like, "Spare change, please." He had a sign that said, I think it said something like "Spare change, homeless," you
Yeah.
know. And he's there with his kid. Like
Yeah, there's a lot
so
too,
sad.
you know, the pets as well, and it's just very sad. The other day though, I was thinking because if I have money, I do give, but then I'm also thinking, how are these people going to be able to even go in and shop because they usually have a bicycle with all their belongings. They can't leave that outside. You know, there's all these different thoughts that you have. But
Yeah, but you know, also because the economy is because it's rough right now for everyone, like there's also a component where people who normally would donate are not in a
yeah,
situation where they can donate. So
yeah,
then you're like it becomes a catch 22, right? Like so these
yeah.
organizations don't have enough funds because like people, yeah, it's just
Yeah, because I mean, even myself, I've been doing groceries more and more. Sheldon used to do it all the time, and it seems like every time you go to the grocery store, Julia,
Oh, it's gone up.
prices have gone up again.
I
It's
know. I have to
crazy.
do the inflation tracker. I usually do it like once a month or something. I have to go and update the inflation tracker to see what the difference was. But yeah,
Mhm.
it feels like things are going really, really up all the time. So
For
anyway,
instance, I picked up some milk at Food Basics, which is now what, 6.25 for 3 bags,
but
and
it's been that for a while.
it has. But the girl at the cash says she remembers when it was 2.99 and a jug in the States was $1.99. She says it doesn't seem that long ago, but it's gone from 2.99 to 6.25. That's a lot.
It is.
Anyway, let's not talk about that.
Depressing. This is
Yeah.
Monday morning motivation, not
It is. It
demotivation.
is. We're motivating ourselves. I do have a couple of events that I just want to let people know still about. Mary Mini Show is still going on at the Kleinhaus Gallery, which is located at 204 2nd Street East in Cornwall. So basically, go do some Christmas shopping and help out the local artist. There's a lot of this, I'm hoping there's still a lot of paintings on the wall. I haven't been over, but they're 12 by 12 inches and they're good prices. And there's a lot of small gifts in the Creative Conservatory. So again, it's a way to help out the local artists as well. And then Thursday, we have Baby Please Come Home happening in Alexandria, which is like Cornwall Shop the Blocks. I love that
Yep.
event. 4 to 10 stores are open. Also on Thursday, Andy Cook is playing at Carrots and Dates in Cornwall. So stop in. It's a small local store. Support them and listen to him. And also while you're downtown Cornwall, make sure you stop in all the little stores to do Christmas shopping. We have just so many gems down there. Um, Saturday, November 29th, CCVS has the Merry Little Market run by the prom committee. It's a fundraiser for them. 11 to 4 at CCVS on Sydney Street in Cornwall. And of course, for lots more events, go to the seeker.ca under the events menu. There's a lot of current events happening
There's
in
a
there.
couple I want to mention. There's the Ingleside Craft and Trade Show on the 29th as well, and the
Where
Optimist
is that?
Cornwall.
Where is the
Um,
Ingleside?
the Ingleside is at Rothwell Osnabrück School.
Okay.
So that's that. The Optimist of Cornwall Winter Christmas Craft Show. That's a mouthful. Winter Christmas Craft Show at the Optimist Clubhouse 301 Sunnyside.
Okay.
And then Christmas in the Countryside, which is at St. Mary's Center in Williamstown, also on the 29th. There's so many happening,
Yeah.
so many little I can't talk today.
Christmas
Craft,
craft, Christmas
Christmas
craft
fair.
markets. Yeah, a
Yes,
lot.
happening. It's also always a lot of fun to see those. I love those.
It is, and it's a nice way to support local artisans.
Absolutely,
You know, instead of
absolutely.
going to a store and just buying something from a bookstore, support the local
Yeah,
artisans. It's awesome. And it's not just that, there's a lot of networking opportunities and catching up with people at these places
kind of
as
know.
well. What's that?
I noticed you've
Yeah.
been mixing and mingling.
And
All
you can
right,
always
guys.
get some great baked goodies from these places. But before we
Mhm.
go, we are wrapping up with our December issue of The Seeker. So if you have anything that you want to put in there, email us at info@theseeker.ca. We go to print this week, so it's your last chance to get into the Home for the Holidays Seasons Greetings section.
And it's a great way to say Merry Christmas to your clients, your
Yep,
friends, your family. You can just put a little 2x2 ad, just wishing everybody a Merry Christmas. They're $45, so
yep.
go ahead and you can do all that. You
And
can even scan the QR
there we
code
go.
below and reserve your spot. All right.
Perfect.
Okay, well, I guess that's it for us for today. Thank you for watching. We will see you next week. What do we have next week? Do you have anybody booked?
So next week we have Lisa Dupro from the Agape and a few other organizations kind of following on with the, help for the homeless and the less fortunate, where to go, where to get help if they need. So it kind of all is tying in with them.
All right.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Perfect. Bye, guys. Have a wonderful day.
And a super duper week. Bye for now.
Bye for now.